Hi everyone, I just wanted to share my Haunted Memories mini album. I actually shared an earlier version of this gatefold paperbag mini album a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. And so I just wanted to show it's completed for 2010, and I made it with the idea that every year I would add a little bit to it. So the album itself is made, and now the fun part is just decorating it. So every year I'll add tags and decorate some more pages. So, oh yes, and I apologize for my camera work. I gave away my tripod a couple weeks ago, and so I don't have a new one yet. I'm working on it, but I'll have one soon, I think. So anyways, I got this, I don't know if you can even see that. Hang on, I'm going to turn off my lights. There you go. So, I picked up this really cool embellishment. It's Martha Stewart. I'm just going to show you my 2010 stuff. So I'm going to put that on that so it stays open. So this is really fun because now that I have the album all made, the fun part is that after Halloween was over, I just came down here and I decorated, and it just took one evening to do the whole section of the mini album for this year. I haven't put the pictures on it yet, but I do know what pictures I plan to put where. And for this, I mostly use stuff from my own stash. I already showed you the Basic Gray Eerie Collection rub-ons, which I have. I used some Black Magic Coordinations paper with the purple backing on it, and this is just a sample that I did for my daughter. I just ran it through the Cuttlebug for a few things. These are the Prima Seiden Studs. Oh, I didn't use that. Bling that I got the bats from. And then I actually ended up not using these, but those were all from my stash from last year. The only new stuff that I bought, and there's plenty for next year left over, I bought these all from the Recollections collection, and they were really cheap. I got them on sale, so I got these really cute little brads, and they have bling in some of them, and then those really cool skeletons. And I got all of this trim, and I got this Recollections Transparency and the brads, which some of them are kind of glittery, they're kind of cool. And then I used the paper, the Ravenhead Manor paper, so which I'm using to hold down my album. So that's all that I bought, was just those things, and like you see, there's plenty left over for me to use in future years of making this book. So this is the album for 2010. This is the section of the album for this year. So starting over here on this side, I made this is from that trim from the Recollections Ravenhead Manor trim package, and so these are the what is that called, the sequins trim, and then I put the piece of red velvet ribbon down the middle. And that was all I was going to do, and it didn't look quite finished, so sorry about all the glare there. What I ended up doing was using my Martha Stewart double loop punch here to just kind of trim it off with the green, and then I just put another strip of green here to balance it off. So it looks like, and what would have been smart was if this was all one piece of paper, but I actually didn't do it that way. But next time, I'll know. So anyways, this is a tag that fits in that envelope, and I just wanted to put something peeking out of there. So those are from the Basic Gray rub-ons. Those are just a bunch of bats. So this is one of the frames from the Recollections Transparency frames, and so I just left it here so that I can put a picture in there. And this is the Coordinations paper that I just ran through my Cuttlebug with the swirls embossing folder, and then I just sanded it to get the green to come through. I thought I used the purple, but I guess I used the green. And then this is a Petaloo flower that I got from peachycheap.com. I got tons of them one time, and they've been in my stash for ages, so I just inked up the edges to make it look kind of grungy. And I keep one of my old black ink pads that is run out of ink. It doesn't have enough ink in it for very good stamping, but I just kept it. Instead of re-inking it or replacing it, I just hung on to it, and I use it for grunging up stuff, so it's not quite so messy as using a really juicy ink pad, but it really does a nice job of grunging up things. And then I just put a little plastic spider in the middle. And the other thing I did to this, I don't know if you can see, but I added these little green crystals in the corner, and those are actually from my Christmas card making supplies. So, and then on the back of this, what I decided to do was I kind of put a piece of this spiderweb paper on here, and I was just about to draw the lines to put in some space for journaling, and then I decided that it would be kind of cool to do some really funky journaling along the spiderweb line. So I put 2010 there, and then I put Sophie was a fairy princess, Livy was a vampire bride, and then I put we went trick-or-treating with Anna, Max, Peter, Sherry, Ryan, Jillian, and Carl. And then I put over here Aunt Jen. Sorry if this is really making everybody dizzy. Aunt Jen gave out treats at our house, and we got lots and lots of candy. So I thought that was kind of a funky way to do some journaling on the back of that picture. So I think I might put a picture of our house. We decorated the outside of our house really cool, so I might put a picture of that there. And then this is just the flap that goes, if you go to the tutorial at Following the Paper Trail, it shows you how to put this album together. So I just put a little bat that's cut from the trim. It's just cut from this ribbon here. I just cut one of them out and just used my punch, my scallop circle punch, and stamped the date there with my dollar store date stamp. And then this is just a rub-on from the Basic Gray collection. And then this was really fun. This was the first thing I did for this album. This is actually a tag, and I saw somebody else do this. I didn't make this up myself, but see, it is a tag, just a plain tag that I folded in half. I distressed the whole thing with distress ink. I can't remember the color names, but with the green and the purple. It's the first, and I folded it in half, and I embossed this crow on the back of it. I thought that was pretty cool and creepy looking. And then this is from the Happy Hauntings Cricut cartridge. It says Trick or Treat, and the O is a spider, so I stickled the spider and I put some googly eyes, and I actually painted, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I painted the purple layer with glimmer mist, with black glimmer mist, just because I find sometimes Cricut stuff has a real kind of like obvious edges and stuff. It's not very subtle sometimes, so I just wanted to take the edges off of it and make it look a little bit more like the purple blended in with the background a bit better. So it's just my own preference. Then this is just a piece of the trim with one of those sparkly brads, and I wrote some lines here, and this says, in masks and gowns we haunt the street and knock on doors for trick or treat. It's all crammed in here because I was going to put a longer verse there, but I could only fit that much in. So then this opens this way. This is my favorite Halloween punch, and one of those cool brads, and this opens like that, and then that's just a Basic Gray rub-on. And then this is a place where I'm going to put close-up pictures of all of their Halloween treats. So I'm going to take like a big picture and put it there, and then put Sophie's favorite treats here and Livy's favorite treats there. So that's that, and it's just from a tag, and it tucks in there. And then this slips in behind, and I'm actually not going to put anything on this because I think this is so cool and creepy looking as it is. There's just an eyelet, a hole punched in an eyelet set, and some more trim. And then on this side, I just distressed the edges. I cut this tag myself. I just cut off the edges and made it into a tag shape. And this is actually debossed paper. I made a mistake here. I embossed it backwards. And so the swirls are actually black. And so I sanded it anyways, and it looks okay. I was going to throw it away, and then I thought, oh, I can probably use that for something. So I'm going to use it just for matting a photo here, and you can stick a photo in under there. This is also from the Happy Hauntings Cricut cartridge. And these were left over. This was left over from some card making stuff I did, so I just stuck it on there. So that's that. And then the main thing, the main part of this is the tags that fit inside of the paper bag. So this is where most of our Halloween pictures will go from this year. I don't plan to put a picture here because I just love this. This is actually really cool flocked paper, and it's soft and fuzzy and really cool looking, so I don't want to cover it. These tags are from the Gypsy Wanderings. It's from one of the Cricut cartridges, but I made tabs for all of the cards, and then I just put Basic Gray brads. These were left over from last year's Halloween mini album, And then these are just basic pieces of paper. I cut this one a little too short, so I put a piece of paper on the back to make it long enough. And then where the little black edge hung out, I just put a little piece of trim, just so it didn't look like it was there by accident. And then on the back, I just used my border punch to make it look, again, kind of nicer, and put this is from the Transparencies. I just stuck him there, and he can move so that I can stick a picture under him. So this is the second tag. So again, a little Brad from the Basic Gray collection, and the piece of paper from the Ravenhead Manor. And on the back I'll just put a picture, and there's a cat that I stamped on there. And then this is the third tag. This is a frame, a transparency frame from the Ravenhead Manor collection. And I just put a picture of I just put a piece of pattern paper on the back of it, and this is a Prima flower that I inked up really nice with my ink pad that doesn't have too much juice in it. And then I actually sprayed it with Raven Glimmer Mist, which is really nice. When I first made this album and sprayed it all with Glimmer Mist, I had the Cinder Glimmer Mist, and it has like a bluish glitter in it, and it didn't look quite as Halloween-y. But this one, since then, I got the Raven Glimmer Mist, and it has purple glimmer in it, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty. And then that's a Prima flower center bling thing. So there's that. And then here's the other side. Oops. So I gotta flip it the other way for the other side. And then this is just room for a picture. And again, that was left over from card making. It's from the Happy Haunting Cricut cartridge. And then for the last tag, again, there's the Brad on the tag. And then I just put some trim on there. And then this is just a stamp. And I'll put a picture on this page. So pretty easy, pretty basic, and really, really fun. So I love that next year all that I have to do is turn to this page and start decorating. I can make a tag for in here, I can make some fun things for in there, and then I might make a little accordion something or other. I'll do something a little bit more elaborate for the inside this next year, because this year I kind of ran out of steam because it took so much to make the album that I was kind of just wanting to finish it, so I just put some basic tags inside of the bag. But next year I'll have more kind of creative drive, or whatever you call it, and I'll hopefully do something a little bit more complex for inside the bag there. So thanks for watching. Happy Halloween!